Well, a business born here in Colorado wants to curb transportation emissions while making an impact in the neighborhoods that residents say have been historically hurt by pollution.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon spoke with those behind the company, now looking for clients in the area.
The items that my uncle was really involved in the neighborhood.
Armando Payan is proud of his neighborhood.
Was really active in soccer in helping develop our youth.
Where his family is right around the corner.
It's Goldville, Elyria, and Swansea. And right now we're in the middle, and it's called Elyria.
Walking through his community, it's surrounded by train tracks, I-70, and the Purina plant.
My goal is to make our neighborhood better.
The area struggles with environmental issues that lead to negative health impacts.
We've been neglected for over 100 years.
Payan wants to change that.
Communities themselves have been cut up badly.
Seth Terry is fixated on the fact that transportation generates the largest share of greenhouse gas emissions by economic sector in the entire country.
We felt that that was the best place to tackle.
He's the CEO of New Day Hydrogen.
We are a pandemic baby, founded really effectively in my garage in 2020.
Their goal is working towards zero emissions for fleets of diesel vehicles through hydrogen electric vehicles.
The buses and trucks would go to a station and be filled up in a matter of minutes, very much like they are right now.
They would be filled with a high-pressure gas, and they want their first project to be here in the Globeville, Elyria, Swansea neighborhoods.
A great centralized location for these diesel-type fleets.
The company uses hydrogen that's made from water and electricity.
We can use water out of a faucet. We can also use water that has been treated through a biological wastewater treatment.
The only emissions that would come from a vehicle are water vapor. It's already happening in different parts of the world, like this truck at a hydrogen refueling station in China, or this bus in Australia that's powered by hydrogen.
The model that we're trying to do, as I say, is more of a demand-driven model that would rely less on trying to build the whole infrastructure up from zero using lots of government money.
Would it be difficult for a fleet to switch out all of their diesel semis to electric vehicles?
If they wanted to convert their entire fleet day one.
But Terry says a fleet wouldn't have to do that and could incrementally replace their diesel vehicles with hydrogen electric ones.
There is a new day that we all need to adopt.
He hopes it starts in the neighborhoods that have been impacted the most. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
New Day Hydrogen secured their first client with Via Mobility Services. They've also received a grant from the state for $250,000.
So back in 2021, AAA Colorado announced a partnership with New Day Hydrogen to convert some of its fleet to hydrogen-powered vehicles. Then they said they hope to be the first company to have a tow truck fully powered by hydrogen. Well, we checked up today with AAA to see the progress that's been made. Well, they say they have no hydrogen-powered vehicles, they say because of a lack of fueling stations. AAA tells us they are working on getting a fueling station in Globeville, but that project has not yet started. I want to bring in our Chief Meteorologist, Mike Nelson, to continue this emissions conversation here.
Mike, hydrogen-powered batteries could be a game changer for our environment.
The important thing is for refueling, it's 15 times faster to refuel a heavy truck using this as opposed to electric batteries. So it really can be a game changer, and it's going to happen. People ask me, Mike, you talk about climate change all the time. Give us some optimism. This is one of the optimistic things, folks, because we can stop burning fossil fuels and use things like hydrogen and battery power that can be done with renewable energy. Each molecule, that CO2 that we put up into the atmosphere from burning fossil fuel, is like a feather in a down comforter that traps heat that would otherwise escape into outer space. Now, these are the emissions from the burning of fossil fuel globally. 38 billion tons a year, and I mention this often, 100 million tons every single day, and that carbon will stay up there for a long time. Now, how do we know that it's not from something else like volcanoes? Scientists are clever, and we can actually measure the chemical signature, the isotope, the flavor, if you will. We know it is from the burning of coal, oil, and natural gas. And from that effect of those feathers in the down comforter have warmed up the planet about 2 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 140 years, and that increase in carbon dioxide will stay in the atmosphere for centuries, but it doesn't have to be that way. If we reduce our emissions, we can substantially reduce the amount of warming that is going to occur, and it's things like what New Day Hydrogen is doing, and many of the renewable energy projects that we see across the country and around the world, they're going to help solve this problem. It's never too late to stop making things worse.
No, we're not giving up hope. Thank you, Mike. And while we're on the topic of making small steps to improve our environment, Denver 7 is here to help you keep your old electronics out of the landfill. Denver 7 is holding our 3rd annual electronics drive, partnering with Techno Rescue. It'll be this Saturday, that's September 9th, at Dick's Sporting Goods Park from 7 in the morning until noon. Fees start at just $5 per carload. For more information, you can visit our website, denver7.com/electronics recycling.